Welcome to Training Tip Tuesday. My name is Catherine, and today we're going to be talking about getting our dogs used to wearing muzzles. So this is a basket muzzle, and one of the reasons why I like the basket muzzle over the traditional cloth muzzle is that it allows the dog to eat treats, drink water, and pant while they're wearing the muzzle. A traditional cloth muzzle is actually designed to hold the muzzle tight, so sometimes they can eat a little bit of something through the muzzle, but they can't really drink and they can't pant. So for safety reasons, they can only have a traditional cloth muzzle on for a very short period of time. So the basket muzzle kind of eliminates a lot of the worry about with the traditional cloth muzzle. And one of the reasons why I do work on getting my dogs used to wearing the basket muzzle is so that way if they're ever in a situation where they're painful or they're very stressed and a fear of biting is high on the list, they're already used to wearing a basket muzzle. It's one less piece of the puzzle that's going to be frightening for them, and so it's well worth actually getting them used to wearing a muzzle before they need it. So in the next two little clips, I'll be showing you the differences between Indy and Tessa and how they acclimated to the basket muzzle. I'm still working on getting the straps over behind their heads, but you can kind of see where we're at, and each of them have a different learning style. Tessa's really good at duration behaviors, meaning that she will wait for her release word. And that's something I started with her as a very young puppy, whereas Indy tends to be a very rapid kind of fire kind of fellow. So trying to get duration on him is a little bit more difficult, and you'll see the differences between both dogs in the following clips. Now, one of the reasons I'm using a clicker with Indy is because honestly, I don't know if he can hear me say yes anymore. So I've already kind of asked for duration. When I ask for a nose touch from Indy, he tends to do the rapid fire nose touch, yes. And whereas Tessa tends to do the sustained a little bit better. So I'm kind of allowing him to go in first with his nose. Good, that was a little bit of a duration. And I'm going to see if I can't kind of alter my clicks between really quick and just a slight delay. There, that was a good one. Tessa down. And I do have Tessa here training with us to show you the differences in the two dogs. There you go, good boy. And I do have to remember to reward her for, you know, not getting involved. And now we go to something a little bit smaller than the cone. Oh, that was a nice duration. And it helps too that this is a treat dispensing toy, so it probably smells really yummy in there. So he's probably more inclined to put his nose in there. And Tessa will, I started with her very young, doing her head into cones and everything. And you can see there's the rapid fire. And I'm going to see if I can't get him to go. There you go. Good boy. And that was a little bit longer. And I'm going to make it easy again. I'm not going to ask for a long duration. And it sounded like he licked the inside of the cup. And so now that he's got his idea that I'm supposed to put his head into something, we're going to ask him to put his head inside the muzzle. Look at you. So now you can see he's holding his nose in here longer because he knows the food's supposed to be in here. Good boy. Yes. And now I'm just going to go back and do some easy ones. Yes. And now I'm kind of holding it more like people would normally put on a muzzle. Yes. Yes. And now instead of him holding his head unwillingly, I'm kind of holding it to his head. So it's changing it, but he has value of putting his head in it. Yes, good boy. And this is also where a can of spray cheese can really come in handy, because instead of me trying to feed him individual kibbles through the muzzle, I can hold a can of spray cheese right here and he can lick off the end of it. He had the spray can cheese kind of puff some air at him one time, so he's very skeptical of the cans of spray cheese. And then we work up to putting it on. He's a little nervous about that. Looks like his eyes dilated a little bit, so he's not ready for that yet. So we're still in the value building phase. Yes, good boy. And so I'm going to go back to the step that he was really successful. Yes. And I'm not going to try to hold it up to his face. I'm going to let him, yes, good boy. Let him kind of, yes, good girl. So Tessa has a really good understanding of duration. Yes. She was taught a sustained nose touch. Yes. And a chin rest. So if I take away my hand, the muzzle, she offers a nice, really nice chin rest. And so when I hold the muzzle, yes, it's very much like the chin rest. Yes. And you can see how she's even trying to find it. And that's another step of the game, yes, that you can do, where you can have them search for it. Yes. And that was that. Yes, good girl. Yes. So because, yes, she was playing this game from a very young dog, she has a much greater understanding, yes, of things going on her face. And so now I'm going to do some easy ones. Yes, girl. If you always, yes, make things harder, a dog's going to learn that, yes. And then they're not going to try as hard because, yes, everything is just going to get harder and harder. Yes. Yes. Good girl. Yes. So she started to balk at it a little bit. I am moving faster than what I normally would, just simply, yes, for the sake of the video. So that was where she got a little iffy. So I'm just going to move this strap. Yes, good girl. And so she's very good at shaping. So we've been working to get a cue in just for our paw shakes. And so that's why she keeps offering me a paw. Yes, good girl. And now I'm doing each strap individually. She says, whoa, that one's weird. Yes. Good. So we hope you enjoyed this week's Training Tip Tuesday on getting your dog used to wearing a muzzle. If you have any questions, please comment on both the video below, or feel free to shoot us an email and let us know what you think about acclimating your dog to a muzzle.